False alarm, everyone. Sogo is alive. Now you can breathe easy. After a series of heartbreaking, gut-wrenching moments from space, we return to charming and uplifting Earth. Well, it's not exactly all sunshine and rainbow, but at least we can share some laughs. It's finally time to shift focus to Earth, and while this chapter provides good comedy, it also gearing up for another potential breathtaking scenario. After a series of dark and emotional roller coaster ride, it was a volume worth, it's actually refreshing to see some comedy. I forgot we can laugh once in a while. It is appropriate timing since the war goes to a halt for a short while. That said, there is a good enough material to laugh. One of my favorites is the explanation of Kamui saving Gintoki from the Altana blast. It was pretty nice of him to save him from getting even worse damage than he received. Kamui is a nice guy. Yeah. Well, that's something I would have liked to say, but the truth is, he only saved them to prevent Usuro to take the kill. I guess the thought doesn't count here. It is funny how he just kicked him out of the way. The guy can catch a break. The most humorous part is with Sogo. Yes, that same guy that everyone was scared out of their mind is reassuring that he is still around. And bonus, his addition adds the comedy a lot. The chemistry between Kagura, Kamui, and Sogo is pure solid. I would love to see more of this. Kamui and Sogo are like brothers that are trying to best each other. It's even reference to Vegeta and Piccolo, which got me laughing. I laughed so much when the battle was about to begin between the two for a rematch, but the exchange of insult before the clash is not even related to this. I know Sogo has grudges against Yato, but why the hell he begins the fight with the insult to Kagura, who has nothing to do with this whole scene, calling her ugly. Kamui didn't even bother to defend her, getting even with his insult to his sister. It doesn't match the scene, and Kagura isn't having it by knocking them down. The strongest one title is retained. Well, the best of luck to Kagura handling these two sadists for the rest of her days. There's this funny abrupt scene in which I thought I skipped a page or it was missing one. It's nice to get a backstory of the Yellow Dragon Maidens and the Inugami. They practically are the guardians against the dragon, or in this case the Altana. They perform the Star Seal and continuously go elsewhere to close off. The narration was going pretty well, giving the main spotlight to them, only for Masudaria to disrupt the flow. Talking about the cabinet club. It's like, where's the war? It's funny how the whole scene just completely changed. There goes making the clan noble. The comedy didn't take over the chapter, however. It essentially becomes calm before storm, with plenty of new developments on the war. Some are interesting and some are worrisome. For starters, it's good to note that the bees are vanished by Altana Blast. Makes sense to me to have an overpowered device to be destroyed by another. That does leave room for Umibozo to arrive safely. So now we got that planted. It's only a matter of time. The worrisome part to me is the strategy to maintain control of the dragon veins. The leftover army has to go to underground to gain control of the dragon hole, and they are surrounded by Naruku. I can't shake off that it's a death trap for one or more characters. It's like it's asking for someone to pay the sacrifice, and with many people injured, they won't be at their prime. Putting worrisome aside, there's plenty of sentimental moments. Although the mission to stop the dragon going rampage sounds like a huge risk, the multiple interactions are sincere. Masudaria, despite starting off thinking about the club, did reply gently. They all are willing to put everything on the line to win. The respect he has for the maidens is nice. My favorite moment is with Gintoki and Tatsuki. Tatsuki looks so beat up that it's a bit scary to think that he can die at any minute. But knowing him, that's not stopping him. It's one of the rare moments that they spoke to each other in a more friendly term, but it hit all the sweet spots. Granted, he does talk about killing Gintoki, but the context of it says how close they are. It's pretty inspiring when they report their progress. The war has gotten them to see plenty of crises, almost like the world is ending. The people, however, are still alive, so that's not going to end just yet. No time to hand out medals. A nice metaphor to call it end. Tatsuki got his work at space, so both of them are pretty busy at the moment. When it's all done, they can meet and fight again, just like old time. The chemistry in the series is so wonderful. Even the small scene with Hijikata holding Gintoki's Bokuto and tossing at him got me awed. There's no need for a reply. You just know that they are friends and they have a job to do. That's why I don't want anyone else to die. But knowing Gorilla and his writing, he's not done pulling that off. I made an error in my last review. I made a mistake with Komoko, who I said it was Sadaharu. I'm sorry for the mix-up. That being said, Sadaharu does show up to help the maidens. It felt reassuring to see them reunited for one last time. Hopefully, everything will be fine. The artwork is pleasant since it's much calmer than the past chapter with intense action. The comical effect is great as always with its delivery. There is also a couple of tender moments between characters, including Tatsuki and Gintoki. It's the soothing atmosphere. Hopefully, every remaining character returns alive. The Calm Before Storm chapter is something we deserve. As intense as it was in the past, it's always good to get some laughs. Watch its characters to interact pleasantly and prepare for the next climactic moment. I'm still not ready. I'm giving this chapter an 8. What are your thoughts of this chapter? Let's just say somebody has to die at Earth. Who do you think is going to die this time? It could be anyone from Rage's Kondo if he still wanted to be active in combat, or it could be someone that could come later on like Umibozo. Maybe he could die in this point. I don't know, but I don't want anyone to die anymore. I already got enough from the last volume. That was just heartbreaking left and right. Even the one that didn't die, that's just so many craziness just happened. I don't want any of that, but of course, we need that for excitement and to break our hearts. That's how you make a war arc. Yeah! And that will do it for the review. I hope you enjoyed this one. If you like this and want more of this, subscribe to my channel and my world will be yours to stay. Until next time, take care.